Yeah. All right, great.
I'm Liz. This is Tim. We live in Norris, Tennessee. We've been singing together for almost 30 years.
No, 35.
Okay, sorry.
37 years.
37, almost 40 years. Oh, God. That sounds old. All right, anyway, let's forget about that part. But anyway, we've been singing together. We are married, and we've been singing together for a long time. And we do a lot of our own tunes, but also some Appalachian folk music. So I hope you enjoy it.
So we'll start with one from the British Isles that's very familiar to you, I'm sure. That's part of the American folk song tradition.
The water is wide, I cannot cross over, and neither have the wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I. There is a ship, oh yeah, she sails the seas. She's loaded deep, so deep as deep can be, but not so deep, oh, as the love I'm in, oh yeah. I know not how I sink or swim. I lean my back, yeah, I can stand alone, thinking it was a trusty dream. But first it bent, and so my love grew false to me. The love is handsome, and love is kind, the sweetest love, first it's new, but love grows old, and it waxes cold, and fades away, like the morning. Oh, the water is wide, oh yeah, I cannot cross over, and neither have the wings to fly. Build me a boat I can carry two, oh yeah, and both shall row, my love and I, love and I, love and I. Thank you. You didn't miss anything, Nancy.
And we listened into the first part of Melody Dawson's
That was
performance. Beautiful.
Yeah, very
Nice way to start a calm and reflective morning. We're sorry to intrude on that. Let's do broad on. So I'm from East Kentucky. My parents were school teachers who moved there to teach school from Michigan. And in the parlance of some parts of East Kentucky, that meant that they were brought on. And I went to the public schools, and this is a little song about being a little different. And I found out later, I always thought, well, this is a special, unique experience, this feeling a little bit different from everyone else. And then as I got older, I figured out that we all feel different in our own special way, right? So it's nothing unique. The feeling is not unique. My experience may have been. And this was right during the the downhill slope of the war on poverty, I guess. Schoolhouse door, bare wood floor, oil to keep the coal soot down. Pot-bellied stove warms my nose, feet freezing on the ground. Free lunch if I couldn't pay, courtesy of LBJ. Where you from? Brought on. Where you from? Brought on. Kids I'd see look like me, but I'd hear the mountains in their voice. Mines and farms, tobacco barns. Me, I got another choice. But every day from 8 till 2, hard to say just who changed who. Where you from? Brought on. Where you from? Brought on. Yellow school bus is my passage home, running up those winding roads we'd wander and roam. All those miles ahead we'd yet to pass, looking at that dusty glass. Not too long, we moved on. I could see those hills from town. I think of them now and then. What if we had stuck around? It took a while, but now I see nothing about that lunch came free. Where you from? Brought on. Where you from? Brought on. So long. Brought on. So long. Thanks so much. Do any of you remember, it may have been superintendent or principal, his last name was Dunnigan? Okay, so his parents were my next door neighbors in Kentucky. And we called him Grandpa Dunnigan. He was about, I was 5, he was probably 37 at the time, but he seemed ancient. But anyway, that's where I'm from, is where Mr. Dunnigan grew up. Yep. You want to do secrets? So this is a little closer to home. And lots of songs written about Oak Ridge, most of them named Secret City, as is this one. But our former pastor, we go to this church, and our former pastor, Jake, at one point he asked kind of rhetorically, what is the effect on a community where so many people have security clearances and there are so many things you're not cleared to talk about with your family or people outside your work. So that's what this is about. And a side note is that my dad served more or less honorably in the U.S. Army from about 53 to 55. He remained stateside and ironically became part of the counterintelligence, which I don't know how that happened. And he could type, and I think that's part of what qualified him. But he did background checks, part of his job, and the old thing about what do y'all make in that plant over there? Oh, about $3.50 an hour, that joke. But So I think of my dad a little bit with the security clearances and him in a trench coat in counterintelligence. Barbed wire in the woods, a watchtower on the ridge. Careful on your way to the city. Soldiers at the gate, everybody waits to take the oath to come into the city. Just between me and you, what's your daddy do in the secret city? The whistle blows at 5, the sidewalks come alive with the people heading home in the city. About their working day, not a lot to say. It's better off that way in the city. Just between me and you, what's your mama do in the secret city? There won't be a cannon's roar to fight our holy war. The battle lines are drawn in the city. A neighbor or a friend, a careless word and then the enemies within the city. Just between me and you, what's your daddy do in the secret city? Just between me and you, what's your mama do in the secret city? And just between me and you, that's not how I experience Oak Ridge. So I took definitely poetic license.
I did want to mention that we, hey, who here remembers CDs? Remember those? We have some. If you are still someone who plays CDs and you don't have ours, we have them for sale. They're $10 each. We have 4 CDs. And if you're somebody who uses Spotify or iTunes, that sort of streaming, we are also on there. So that's a way to listen to us. Our name is a little weird, so if you're looking on Spotify, Liz and Tim, write out and Liz A&D Tim. That's how you can find us. But I'll be over here after we sing if anybody's interested. If they have an old-fashioned CD player. Yep. Yeah, this is another old song from the British Isles.
And it's got a bunch of different names, and is a child ballad. He was a collector and organizer of folk tunes. This is the Raggle-Taggle Gypsy Ode is kind of the category it's in.
It was late that night that the Lord came out and I started on the wrong verse. All right, I got it. Oh, there were 2 gypsies who came to the door. They came so brave and bold.
upstairs, then that the lady went to put on her gloves of leather. Oh, the servants cried on every hand. She's gone with the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh. It was late that night that the Lord came in, inquiring for his lady, oh. The servants cried all around the door. She's gone with the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh. Then saddle me up my milk-white steed. The black one is not so speedy, oh. I'll ride all night and I'll seek my bride. Gone with the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh. Oh, he then rode east and he then rode west. He rode to the north and the south also. And when he rode to the open field, it was there that he spied his lady, oh. Would you forsake your wife and home? Would you forsake your money, oh? Would you forsake your wedded lord to go with some raggle-taggle gypsy, oh?
Oh, what care I for your house and land? What care I for your money, oh? I'd rather have a kiss from my gypsy's lips than to have all your land and your money, oh.
Last night she slept in a goose feather bed. The sheets turned out so bravely, oh. Tonight she'll sleep on the cold, cold ground in the arms of the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh. In the arms of the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh. In the arms of the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh.
Thank you.
Okay, it's the songs that you've been singing for
I
40
was gonna
years
say,
that you missed.
Yeah, forgive us. We need to keep working on that one. Another 40 years. And the disadvantage, you can't keep tuning the guitar lower and lower as your voice gets lower.
You can do that for a little bit, but it's got its limits.
All right. So, stop me if you've heard this one. This is about the beautiful, delicate little flowers that grow along our roadways during the summertime. Chicory, and they come out and they close up depending on conditions. And turns out they're tough as nails, which makes sense. They look so delicate, but where you see them growing, obviously they've got a little bit of spunk to be growing right in the shoulder, literally, and up in the cracks of the road. I got here on a chicory road, long way around and a ways to go. Started out at an early hour, purple sun, a purple flower. Diesel breeze comes washing through the chicory, shadows fall behind. Summer wind, you might not pass this way again. It don't pay no mind, don't know that chicory. Might find love on a chicory road. Tougher the soil, the sweeter it grows. Blacktop gravel and a broken glass, that's where those flowers bloom the best. Diesel breeze comes washing through the chicory, shadows fall behind. Summer wind, you might not pass this way again. It don't pay no mind, don't know that chicory. Down the road where the sun gets hot, the state boys mow, but they missed the spot.
Johnson grass and jewelweed, a big old patch of chicory. Diesel breeze comes washing through the chicory. Shadows fall behind. Summer wind, you might not pass this way again. It don't pay no mind, don't know that chicory. Of chicory, of chicory.
Hey folks, there's chairs up here. People looking for a place to sit down. There are chairs up here. They're not too close. I promise we won't do anything. If you're looking for a place to sit down, those of you who just came in, there's some chairs up here.
We're not real moist performers, if you know what I mean. Right before, as everything was shutting down for COVID in 2020, we went to Clarence Brown Theater to see Hamlet. And I felt like I was at a Gallagher performance, you know, when he used to smash the watermelon. It was just like, and the lights backlit, and it's like, we're all going to be sick. But because we didn't know what to be looking out for back then. But how about a drink?
Dream, 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 dream. Dream, dream, dream when I want you. In my arms when I want you. And all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. Dream, dream, dream when I feel blue. In the night when I need you. To hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away.
Please sing as loud as you want.
I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. I could make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, dream, dream whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream.
Oh, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. All right, okay.
Oh, yeah. This is kind of a new song. Some of you people who've heard us before may not have heard this.
It's only 30 years old. So another little story song where I grew up, a Sunday drive experience was to try to get lost in Jackson and Clay and Owsley County, Kentucky, and then drive around till you knew where you were. And it was a lot of fun. I still like to do that. It's harder to do with,
GPS.
yeah.
Although it's not impossible with GPS.
Sunday drive with the family. My dad's behind the wheel. Take off on those country roads he knew by sight and feel. If he found one he had to run, that's where he'd point the car. Wander lost until he'd say, look where we are. On those back roads, leave the painted lines behind. It's a bit slow, but I can't say I mind. You better move over now. Neither one of us is gonna get through on those back roads, honey, that's just what you gotta do. It's a Friday night in my dry hometown, looking for a place to wet my whistle down. 16 miles to the package store, but the way I go, it's a little more. 'Cause John Law's waiting patiently out on the county line. So we all take another way to get to feeling fine. On those back roads, leave the painted lines behind. It's a bit slow, but I can't say I mind. You better move over now. Neither one of us is gonna get through on those back roads, honey, that's just what you gotta do. Well, when I was young, I couldn't wait to get out on that interstate. But every town was just the same, carbon copy interchange. I tried my hand at this and that, soon I figured out, well, there's no shame in getting home on another route. On those back roads, leave the painted line behind. It's a bit slow, but I can't say I mind. You better move over now. Neither one of us is gonna get through on those back roads, honey, that's just what you gotta do. On those back roads, honey, that's just what you gotta do. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Reminder that we do have CDs, or look for us on your streaming service.